10.75 seconds. That was the number flashing on the clock when Melissa Jefferson-Wooden crossed the finish line in Miami. For a brief moment, it almost didn't seem real, not because fast times are unusual in elite sprinting, but because of how dominant the performance looked. In a race packed with Olympic medalists, world finalists, and rising stars, Jefferson-Wooden didn't just win, she destroyed the field. The women's 100 meters at the Grand Slam track meet in Miami was supposed to be one of the most competitive races of the early season. Fans expected a tight battle between some of the biggest names in sprinting. Instead, what they witnessed was a statement performance that instantly became one of the most talked about moments of the meet. Jefferson-Wooden exploded out of the blocks with incredible power. From the first few steps, it was clear she meant business. Her start looked sharp, aggressive, and perfectly timed. Before many of the other athletes had even settled into their drive phase, she was already separating herself from the pack. What made the performance even more surprising was the timing. This was only her second 100-meter race of the season. For most sprinters, early season races are about building rhythm, shaking off rust, and gradually finding top speed. Jefferson-Wooden, however, looked like she had been in peak form for months. By the halfway mark of the race, the outcome was already starting to look inevitable. Her stride remained smooth and controlled while the rest of the field tried desperately to keep up. She wasn't tightening, she wasn't panicking, and she certainly wasn't slowing down. When she crossed the finish line, the clock showed 10.75 seconds. Yes, the wind reading was plus 2.4 meters per second, slightly above the legal limit for record purposes. But even with that assistance, the performance was still extraordinary. A time like that in the early season against a field this strong is the kind of run that makes the entire sprinting world pay attention, and the competition behind her was far from weak. Tamari Davis ran an impressive 10.79 seconds to secure second place. Nigeria's rising star Favour Ofili followed with a strong 10.94 to finish third. Under normal circumstances, those times would put athletes in serious contention for victory, but on this night they were racing for second place. Perhaps the most surprising storyline of the race involved Gabby Thomas. The Olympic 200-meter champion produced the fastest 100-meter time of her career, running 10.97 seconds. For many sprinters, breaking the 11-second barrier is a major milestone. It's usually the type of performance that guarantees a podium finish, yet somehow even that wasn't enough. Thomas crossed the line in fourth place. The fact that 5 women ran under 11 seconds in the same race, wind-assisted or not, shows just how deep and competitive the field has become. Women's sprinting is evolving rapidly, and performances like this are proof that the level continues to rise every season. But while the race highlighted the strength of the entire field, one thing was impossible to ignore. Melissa Jefferson-Wooden wasn't just part of the competition, she was on another level entirely. What made Jefferson-Wooden's performance even more impressive was the way she controlled the race from beginning to end. This wasn't one of those dramatic finishes where someone makes a late surge in the final 20 meters. There was no last-second lean at the line, no photo finish. Instead, it was pure domination. From the moment the starting gun fired, Jefferson-Wooden looked composed and explosive at the same time. Her drive phase was powerful and efficient, allowing her to build speed quickly while maintaining balance and posture. By the time the athletes reached top speed, she had already created a gap that the others simply couldn't close. Watching the race replay only makes it more striking. Her stride pattern remained relaxed and rhythmic, while several competitors began tightening up as they tried to accelerate. That calm efficiency is often what separates elite sprinters from the rest of the field. And on this night, Jefferson-Wooden displayed exactly that. For Gabby Thomas, the race was a strange mix of personal progress and competitive frustration. Running 10.97 seconds marked the fastest 100 meters of her career. Breaking into the sub-11 range is a major achievement for any sprinter, and it showed that Thomas is continuing to improve her raw speed. Yet despite that breakthrough performance, she still couldn't reach the podium. It's a harsh reminder of how unforgiving elite sprinting can be. Athletes can deliver the best performance of their lives and still find themselves chasing competitors who are simply running even faster. That's exactly what happened in Miami. Tamari Davis delivered a fantastic race to take second place with 10.79 seconds, showing that she is quickly becoming one of the most dangerous sprinters in the field. Favour Ofili also looks strong, securing third place and confirming her reputation as one of the fastest rising talents in global track and field. But even their excellent performances weren't enough to threaten Jefferson-Wooden. The gap between first place and the rest of the field was unmistakable. When Jefferson-Wooden crossed the finish line, the reaction in the stadium was immediate. Fans and commentators alike realized they had just witnessed something special. The energy shifted from simple excitement to genuine curiosity. Was this just a great race, or was it the beginning of something bigger? Moments like these often mark turning points in a sport. A new athlete emerges, delivers a performance that demands attention, and suddenly the entire competitive landscape begins to shift. Jefferson-Wooden has been building toward this moment for some time. Her Olympic bronze medal already proved she belonged among the world's best. But performances like this suggest that she may be ready to move from contender to leader, and perhaps the most intriguing part is her age. At just 23 years old, she is still entering the prime years of a sprinter's career. If this is the level she's already capable of producing, the rest of the sprinting world has every reason to pay attention. After the race, Jefferson-Wooden didn't shy away from expressing her ambitions. Speaking with reporters, she delivered a message that was both simple and powerful. She wants to become one of the greatest sprinters the sport has ever seen. For some athletes, statements like that might sound overly bold. But when they come after a performance like the one she delivered in Miami, they feel different. They sound less like arrogance and more like confidence built on real results. And she's already backing those words up with action. Her victory in the 100 meters added another 12 points to her total in the Grand Slam Track Series standings, keeping her firmly at the top of the leaderboard. But Jefferson-Wooden isn't finished yet. Her next challenge comes in the 200 meters, where another opportunity and another massive prize awaits. If she manages to reach the podium again, she could walk away with an additional $100,000 in prize money. It wouldn't even be the first time this season. She already secured the same payout during the Grand Slam track event in Kingston, where she also delivered an impressive set of performances. Winning back-to-back slams would not only confirm her consistency, it would also send a powerful message to the rest of the sprinting world. Jefferson-Wooden isn't just chasing individual victories, she's building momentum. Watching her race, it becomes clear that her speed is only part of the story. There is also a sense of control and confidence in the way she carries herself on the track. Her stride remains composed even at maximum speed, and her body language suggests an athlete who truly believes she belongs at the top. That mindset can be just as important as physical ability. Great sprinters often talk about the mental side of the sport, the belief that when the gun goes off, they are the fastest person on the track. Jefferson-Wooden is beginning to show exactly that type of mentality, and the timing couldn't be more interesting. Women's sprinting is currently filled with extraordinary talent. Olympic champions, world medalists, and young rising stars are all pushing the limits of what's possible. The competition is deeper than it has been in years, but sometimes in the middle of a crowded field of elite athletes, one runner suddenly rises above the rest. That's what Miami felt like. The 100 meters revealed Jefferson-Wooden's explosive power. The upcoming 200 meters could show the full range of her ability. If she manages to dominate both events, the conversation around her career could change dramatically. Instead of asking whether she belongs among the best, people may start asking a much bigger question. Are we witnessing the rise of the next great queen of sprinting? One race doesn't define a legacy, but sometimes one race can signal the beginning of one.